Chiara, how are you this morning?
Good morning, Milu. I'm Stacy and Brenda. I'm doing fabulous. How are you all?
I'm doing fantastic. As you know, this month's theme is love. Vino and Vision theme is love. So to show love, we have few other people joining in today. So we have our two lead coaches from Vino and Vision joining in today with you. And especially you are joining in as a Vino and Vision affiliate life coach. So congratulations, Chiara, for joining the team and becoming an affiliate life coach. I want you to go ahead and take this and run with it. So you are the new host for this event. So go ahead and welcome everybody. And the theme is love for this month.
Yes, it is. And thank you so much. I'm absolutely thrilled to be a part of the team. And I'm excited to work with you, Stacy and Brenda, and everybody at Vino and Vision. So I want to welcome everybody to this segment of Coffee with the Coach. We're going to be talking about love. And there are many different types of love. You know, we could go into the Greek philosophical ideology of love, but that might be a little too complex. But, we could be here all day. But I do want to touch on the idea of what we think love is. Often we try and rationalize our feelings, and there's a disconnect between the mind and the heart. Love is the development and transformation of who we are through others, essentially, regardless of whether it's a friendship or familiar love, an enduring love, a romantic love, or even unconditional love, because there are different types of relationships and different types of connections. And I feel that love really is being compassionate. So sitting in the heart and allowing us to connect with the mind so that we are able to nourish the mind with our hearts. So compassion and empathy are key. So Brenda and Stacy and Milu, I'd like to open the floor to let's discuss about the segment or the part of the Vino and Vision coaching that deals with love and your perspectives.
Fantastic. So before I go into that, I want to introduce both new joining the guests here, or not guest, but as the participant from Vino and Vision. So why don't Brenda go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us your role and what you are doing in Vino and Vision and how you are spreading the love.
Good morning. Thank you for having me, Milu. My name is Brenda Klein. I am a Vino and Vision certified boot camp coach, and I am one of our team leads, lead a large team of coaches, and am working with Milu and Stacy with some of our internal boot camps. And I'm so excited and so blessed to get to work with so many amazing coaches every day and to help build leaders and to help guide them through their businesses. And I really enjoy it, love being here, and love being a part of this team. So thank you for having me.
Very nice. Welcome, Brenda. This will be a fascinating journey because we are all going to be on the public space and public domain, and we will be discussing about Vino and Vision going forward. And 2024, which is coming, is going to be an exciting year for all of us. And we want to connect with globally, and we want to reach people anywhere and everywhere in the world. So with that said, Stacy, so Brenda is from Texas, San Antonio, Texas, and Stacy is from Indianapolis, Indiana. So Stacy, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself? Tell us how you are, what role you are playing in Vino and Vision, and how you are spreading the love.
Awesome. Thank you, Milu. I'm Stacy Wells. I am a certified life coach with Vino and Vision. I am also a team lead and co-captain on the internal boot camp that's going on right now. I guess my best explanation, I guess, I'm not sure, for spreading the love is just being available to my team members and the boot camp participants, as well as other coaches in Vino and Vision, and willing to help and help everyone understand how the program works and the what it takes to grow their business.
Fantastic. Welcome, Stacy. Your role
Yeah.
is expanding and you are becoming, you have quite a few members already in your team, and you will continue to grow and become the global leader for us. So Chiara is also taking the role in global leadership with us. So we will welcome you in that as you become the Vino and Vision, fully integrated with all the segments of Vino and Vision and participate with all the groups and teams. And I wish I could bring Elena here from UK, but she's in a different time zone. So we will discuss that in future. So fantastic having everybody. Chiara ask a significant question, which is love, right? What is love? And to discuss love, I want to go into a little bit deeper into Vino and Vision segment, which we definitely decide on how we break it down. So as you know, that Vino and Vision has 9 modules and 3 dimensions. The first dimension is a strategic dimension, second is self dimension, and the third one is relational dimension. And each dimension has 3 modules, and the third dimension has 3 modules as well. And it has self-love, love, and happiness. And last month we discussed about self-love. And self-love is the love we have for ourselves, developing ourself, understanding self. Love, on the other hand, is the relationship between us and rest of the world. And that's what the concept I talk about is called we concept. And carewism is the method that we applied for we concept based on care. So the love has a more angles than self-love. Self-love is a relationship with ourself, how we develop our relationship with ourselves. Love, on the other hand, how we develop our relationship with everybody that we encounter every single day. As you know, we in the Vino and Vision Bootcamp, and Brenda and Stacy is very familiar with that, is that we have we discuss about circles of influence. So we have inner circle, and then we have the middle circle, which we call social circle, and then we have the unknown circle. And we will discuss that significantly, nurture that in our Vino and Vision, your first 100K bootcamp. So in inner circle, we have few people that we hold dear and close, and that's our inner circle. So we belong, those people are very close to us. They will do anything for us, and that's the inner circle we use. And then social circle is the people that are we socially engage. We know them, but they are not in our inner circle. They are in our social circle. So we identify those people. And then we have this significantly bigger circle that is called the unknown circle. And in the unknown circle is a lot of people out there that we don't know. The goal is to know those people. And the more we widen our inner circle, go to the inner circle to the outer circle, means that unknown circle, our inner circle start becoming bigger and bigger and bigger. So right now, for example, all 3 of you is in my inner circle. So my inner circle is much bigger than just my people that I know. So the building love is, and Chiara also mentioned different layers of love, and we use some of those theories in our coaching training. And our coaches use those, but it's to understand the relationship that we have with each other and how to enhance that relationship to a level that we can call it love. And I will give you a very quick example before I move on to the others is, and I'll pick an example of an employee when they talk about they hate their job. Instead of saying they hate their job, if they say I love their job, love is the highest level of relationship. So from hate to love, from -0 to +10. So think about that. Changes the dimension, change the relationship, change how they interact with their employees, their co-workers, their family, friends, neighbors, and everybody they encounter. And that's what I in Vino and Vision, that's what we believe love is all about. I would say, Brenda, you'd want to take it from there?
Sure. Thank you, Milu. So kind of bouncing off of what Chiara said, yes, we can get into the Greek philosophy and in the different layers of love. And as you've alluded to, Milu, that as we go through those layers and we move from that transactional love into that transformational love, and from that selfish love, we're always expecting more, always expecting something. We give, expecting to receive something back. And it's about the feelings, and it's about the romance and that initial passion. And then, of course, you have your brotherly love and you have your familial love. But as we go deeper, it becomes from that transaction where it's a give and receive, till we just give. We're not expecting to receive back, but we just give. And it's giving of oneself without any expectations towards a truly selfish love. It's a charitable love. It's a compassionate love. And we get into that deepest form of love at that point. And I know that's where we in coaching really like to sit, is in that giving of oneself. And it can be giving of oneself physically, emotionally, but we give of oneself and we pour out of ourselves into others. And we develop those deep, intimate relationships. And that's where growth happens. And that's where that transformation truly happens.
Very nicely said. And Chiara, what do you think about that?
Well, Brenda, that is absolutely wonderful. I absolutely agree with you. And you know what came to mind was we all perhaps have been exposed to what are known as the 5 love languages.
Yes.
And often we think about this only in romantic relationships. But actually, what came to my mind, and you sparked this, so thank you, you gave me a gift. So the acts of serving, the receiving of gifts, like the one you just shared, is a love language.
Yes, it is.
Quality time, perhaps physical touch, not so much in coaching, but sometimes somebody might need physical touch or a hug from somebody they know just to support them. Words of affirmation. These are all love languages, as I said, that have been theorized in terms of relationships with people. But actually in coaching, it's very similar. And the other thing that came to my mind is the ability to connect. And that's what you were alluding to as well. And Milu, we discussed this in self-love, even if it wasn't explicitly, but implicitly, the ability to connect with ourselves and look at the deepest, darkest shadows that we might bring with us, because it is a part of us. And to bring illumination to this through self-love is the transformation that allows us to give space for somebody else to find their shadows, to illuminate these in a safe place and transform them through the different love languages. And so beautifully said, Brenda, and that really resonated with me, and it brought up the idea of the 5 languages and how in coaching we do use them. It's not just in romantic relationships.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I think in all areas, every relationship we have, those love languages speak volumes. And sometimes it is in the word, sometimes it's in the body language, and sometimes it's just in your time and in your presence and in what you are giving of yourself to others, what you are pouring into others. And it does not have to be in that romantic relationship. It can be platonic, it can be professional, but it's just how we pour out of ourselves into others. And exactly as you said with those love languages, is it words of affirmation? Is it that quality time? Is it your attention? How do you do that?
Very nice, very nice. Rinda, that is significant. What you are saying there is significant. It's transformational love and transformational relationship, right? So I want to bring Stacy here. And Stacy, what is your ideology or your thought process on this? What you are hearing from the other Vino and Vision coaches, and what do you think about love?
In listening to Chiara and Brenda, very much agree with everything and about the love languages. Those are very important in anything that we do. The one idea that I had that hadn't been discussed yet was the unconditional love. And that being that love where we give not only to ourselves, but to others with no expectations, or, no, like just that feeling that we invoke in ourselves for giving to someone, giving gifts. And even if those gifts are, coaching a client and helping them get through a difficult situation, unconditional love towards our family and our friends, and just being there and being available for them whenever they need someone to come and talk to, or just need a place to just, I guess, vent, or to even talk about something that was significant in their life, or that was exciting to them, or they achieved a goal and they want to celebrate. I think that that's all part of unconditional love.
Yes, Stacy brings a very good point, and look at how these two combine, right? As we are talking about transformational relationship and unconditional love. Think about this for a second. Transformational relationship and unconditional love. And in every relationship, we think about, what is at stake. So when you do look at the transactional, which is give and take, is one party gives, the other party receives, and the other party gives, and the one party receives. In that relationship, you have a give and take relationship. There is something to lose if you don't receive. And when you don't receive, you feel like you're losing something. Feel like you're not in a productive relationship, right? And take an example for husband and wife, and I did a lot of coaching on that area. Is that relationship is if one party is not giving same as the other party, then there's a discrepancy between how we receive or give, right? And that's why you see a lot of divorces, a lot of relationship breakdown, a lot of things happen. But if you can turn that around, relationship, and think about that, no, I am in a transformational relationship. The movies Jerry Maguire and Chiara and I discussed about that. And if you look at that and you see the relationship between those two in the living room when he was talking to him and she was saying that you had me at hello. Just look at their face, look at their expression, and you will see, and go back to watch that movie, you'll see that transformational love is in a different level. It never stops and never feels like that you are the losing end. And that's the beauty. And as you are saying, unconditional love is part of that transformational relationship. Unconditional. There is no condition. We like to set those conditions. And the center, which we will discuss a little bit later, is all of this is attention. Attention is the measurement of how we value each other's relationship. And when you give the full attention, that person transforms, because they know from the beginning they're getting the full attention. And that's the beauty of love. Chiara, what do you think about that?
I think this is an invaluable discussion with all four of us, and I'm so pleased. You know, while you were talking, I agree that the central part is attention, but I wanted to add that beneath all of that, holding this up is compassion, forgiveness, and empathy. Because when you're in any type of relationship, whether it's a friendship, whether it's between parent and child, which is a very different type of love, I believe, or in a romantic relationship, or you're in a professional relationship or friendship, there'll be times where there'll be disagreements. There'll be times where there'll be what looks like incompatibility of values and views and beliefs, but those are growth moments. And when they're supported with the weight of understanding, forgiveness, empathy, and compassion, then they're able to be transformed into an opening of the mind and an opening of the heart, which then translates into the opening of the connection. And the gifts that are given to each other in whichever form of that relationship are not just transformational, but it goes much deeper. You could even say there is a spiritual perspective to that. And, you know, we are body, mind, and spirit, and I like to keep the integration of that. So that's what came up for me. And I thank you for that gift, all of you, because through that and through our interactions, you're gifting me every time. And there's nothing that I can say for the gratitude I feel for that.
Very nice, very nice. So one of the key thing in this discussion that I'm also finding, Chiara, is what we talked about before, is that heart-based relationship, right? So that come in the center of this. And as you know, some of the paintings that we do in our art and coaching, and one of our newer coaches who is under Stacy just posted his love painting in the Vino and Vision Facebook page in the coaches group, and you will see multiple heart involved there. He put, I think, 4 or 5 of them. So on that painting, you can do as many heart as you want, because it's a love module painting and to express your love. So the main thing about that forgiveness that you mentioned, I want to elaborate on that a little bit, right? The reason I want to do that is forgiveness is always a point that is brought up in a discussion of love, discussion of relationship, is, you know, we forgive somebody. Now we have to little bit view it a little bit differently. Forgiveness, when you use forgiveness as a word, it means that you are forgiving somebody for doing something wrong. That's why you forgive, right? So in the transformational relationship, forgiveness is a word that we don't use, because if we do use that, then we are already in our mind that somebody did something wrong and we forgiving them. We are sacrificing something. Okay, so that becomes transactional relationship, because it's forgiving for something that is wrong. In our mind, we're thinking that is wrong. In their mind, they're thinking that is right. Okay, so the forgiving, in the forgiveness, we have to take it to a different level, which is much higher level, is conditional. That conditional love is in that level, lower level, that to unconditional love means, no, whatever you did is none of my concern. I am taking you as you are. There is no forgiveness needed from me, because I'm not the judge, jury, or anybody that will judge you. So once you take that relationship in that level, then forgiveness is not needed. On the other hand, acceptance is what is needed. I'm accepting you as you are, right? So that's what in many religion we see the same thing, is the accepting people as they are. You can come in as you are, right? Whatever you did in the past do not matter. You are right now in the present, and our relationship is from now to future. So there is no forgiveness, there is acceptance. And the more we accept that, the less we will be dividing. How do you think about that? That's my philosophy. You don't have
That's
to match
beautiful.
anybody's.
Yes.
So why don't we start with Stacy on that and then go backwards? Stacy, Brenda, and Chiara.
Um, I guess the first thing that came to mind when you were talking about forgiveness for something that someone did wrong, and it, from my perspective, that's almost being judgmental towards a person and putting a judgment on them that you don't accept their behavior or whatever actions that they did that you felt wronged you. And that goes back to that unconditional love that, you know, that person, you know, you can express your feelings and say that, you know, something hurt you or didn't feel good to you, but then still love that person just as much as you did before that happened.
Fantastic. Brenda, what do you think about that?
Yes, as you were talking about that, Milu, what came to mind is at first you start thinking of, yes, as you said, the forgiveness, and you want to forgive without punishing. But then when you go deeper than that, beyond the forgiveness, that's where mercy and grace come in. Because we may be given grace that we do not deserve, but that's where that comes in that pure love.
Yes.
And
Yes.
moving beyond into that. And just as you said, we start fresh each day in that mercy and in that love. And we don't look back on the past. And it's
Fabulous.
my own beliefs. It's that judge not lest ye be judged. We look forward and move forward.
Yes, fabulously said, because past is where all these things reside, and we need to leave them in the past. We need to pick it up from present and move forward. And that's what his coaching is all about, is taking the present and move forward. Means, accepting who you are right now. And you could be the, poorest of the person, you could be the dirtiest of the person, you could be the uh, most criminal person in the world, but I am accepting you as who you are and moving you forward from here to the future. And that has nothing to do with our forgiveness, because we are not the judge, we are not the jury, right? So we are in a transformational relationship of accepting as you are and moving it forward and getting it to a level that we can now build a strong foundational relationship. Chiara, I want you to have the last word on that, and then I know as you have fun, our time is running out, but I want to thank you everybody for participating on this. And we are going to enhance this program to a level that we can include others who are not part of Vino and Vision to come in as a guest, and Chiara will take that going forward and work with all of you to bring external guests and internal guests. We are all in we together. We just have to come together and discuss this so we can have a broader audience, broader perspective, and it don't have to be confined to my perspective. It can grow from there. Chiara, I want you to also finish up the discussion and take on what you wanted to add in that discussion we just had, and let's move forward from there. How about that?
Oh, yes, thank you. And such a wonderful discussion. And I agree with you about acceptance. I do feel that often as transformational experience and process, especially with trauma and going through the dark night of the soul, we are to travel through our shadow side, which may include shame. It may include looking back at reflecting about what it was that brought some things to the surface and seeing them to get to acceptance through self-forgiveness. It's a very fine line for me and what I've seen in my practice, especially with trauma. If you're going through recovery, for example, there's a period where we are going through the night of the soul. And in going through the night of the soul, we see certain things are illuminated. And in order for us to progress to the self-love that is not conditional, that is not judgmental, because perhaps in society we have had that, and that's all we've known. But to leave that behind, we are to really illuminate it and look at that chapter in our book, to then close that chapter and to be able to see with grace, Brenda, absolutely beautiful, and mercy, that really there's nothing to forgive. It's just alchemizing and transforming towards acceptance. So what a beautiful coffee with the coach session we've had this time. And I'm grateful for each and every one of you. And I'm looking so forward to the next ones with you and others.
You have the last word, and thank you very much, everybody, as we move to a newer segment of Vino and Vision Coffee with the Coach, which starting, we will still have November and December, but then starting January, it will take a shape of inviting you as audience who is out there that have not interacted with us, have not interacted with Vino and Vision, and this is your space. You can come in and interact with any of our coaches, including Chiara, and discuss about all this important topic that we are discussing each month. Like last month we discussed self-love, and this month we are discussing love, unconditional and transformational relationship. Fantastic. So this is a fabulous discussion. Chiara, welcome you to Vino and Vision, and Stacy and Brenda, welcome you in this segment and going forward on all other segments. Thank you very much for watching, and I know the time is limited. I know the discussion was fabulous and we wanted to continue, and we will. We will see you in the future. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.
Bye.